Hey, I'm George Fleitas, former 504 coordinator and principal. I've worked in public and private schools. I've learned early support for students is the best choice for them and best experience for them from the moment they walk in through the door. The objectives I want to cover are how we can help students set up and become successful in your classroom. I want to share some strategies that I use that ended up helping me as a teacher and administrator to help students trust me and build trust and how important that is in a school classroom, and give you some real examples that actually can see what an inclusive classroom kind of looks like. First and foremost, I want to make sure that you understand that early intervention is just spotting learning differences. It's about noticing which kids struggling to connect. It doesn't have to be just reading, math, language arts. It can be social, emotionally, and we need to support early and show that creative space and safe space for every single student. Think about the first week of school. Kids are just truly sizing each other up. They're probably saying, do I belong here? Will my teacher like me? If we step up day one, and we won't miss our chances with connecting and including these kids. So screening is a great way to find out how kids are, not just with reading, math, but how they're feeling and interacting. You don't need to wait for a full evaluation. Just paying attention and using tools to track behavior or emotions gives you a head start. All kids learn differently, and we know that. Differentiation just means planning for that on purpose. Maybe some kids respond better with pictures, others need to talk it out. I've had students who shine when we do hands-on projects, but shut down during the writing. The more ways we teach, the more chances kids have to succeed. Relationships matter more than anything in a lesson plans. When kids actually trust you and feel like you see them, they'll take more academic risks. Just greeting them at the door, just saying the student's name, remembering their favorite hobby, checking in on them if they play a sport, saying, hey, I saw you in that sport, hey, how'd you guys do? All that builds connection, and that's when real learning actually begins. Simple tools like visual schedule, what you do when you're done, a chart goes a very long way. When kids know what to expect, they feel safe. And when routines are consistent, kids are more independent. One student told me, I like this class because I always know what's next. That stuck with me, and since then that's the way I always taught and how I coached and so forth. Inclusion isn't just good for students with IEPs and 504 plans. When you build a classroom where everyone is supported and seen, the whole community gets stronger. I've seen kids grow in empathy, in collaboration, and leadership just by being in an inclusive space. I had a student once by the name of Jasmine. She was super quiet. She was a first grader and had some form of speech delays. Her teacher used picture cards, sentence starters, things like that, I think, and partnered her with a peer. And slowly, Jasmine started to share more. By November, she was raising her hand in class, and the whole class cheered her on. I love to know, what sticks with everyone out there, and would love to a reflection and a share on, what they're going through, and be happy to answer questions like that. Inclusion doesn't happen by chance. It's something we design, starting with early support. And when we get it right, we're just helping kids succeed in school. We're shaping how they see themselves and we're giving them the power, and we allow them to be successful in the classroom. Thanks again for your time. If you want to keep this conversation going, I'm happy to talk about it, but this is all I got for now. Signing off.